Alright, dear friends, have you ever felt a persistent whisper in your heart? A nagging feeling that despite your unwavering efforts, true success remains just beyond your grasp? You pour your energy into your endeavors, you seize every opportunity that knocks, yet lasting financial stability, that genuine sense of abundance, feels like a distant shore. But what if I told you that the very threshold of your home, that seemingly mundane front door, might be subtly influencing your financial destiny? In the ancient and profound wisdom of Feng Shui, your home's entrance is not merely a passage, it is a sacred portal, the very gateway through which wealth, vibrant energy, and true prosperity choose to enter your life. However, and this is crucial, certain objects, perhaps placed without conscious thought near this vital space, might be silently, invisibly, sabotaging your journey to success. Today we will embark on a journey of discovery, exploring 12 common culprits that could be inadvertently blocking the flow of wealth into your life. Prepare to delve deep, my friends, and uncover the hidden traps that might be preventing you from achieving the abundance that is rightfully yours. First, and this is of utmost importance, never place a trash receptacle directly in front of your main door. Have you ever paused as you approached a temple, noticing the almost ethereal purity and welcoming nature of its entrance? There is no disorder, no distractions to pull your focus away, only an open, inviting expanse that silently radiates peace and the promise of prosperity. Now contrast that image with the experience of approaching a home where the first thing that greets your eyes is an overflowing bin of refuse. It feels unwelcoming, it stifles inspiration, and it emanates an energy of rejection. In both the profound teachings of Buddhism and the ancient art of Feng Shui, the flow of energy, Qi in the Chinese tradition or prana in the Indian philosophies, is recognized as the very lifeblood of harmony. Your front door, my friends, is revered as the mouth of Qi, the essential gateway through which this vital energy enters your sacred space, your life itself. When you position a trash bin there, you are unknowingly, unconsciously sending a message of rejection, not just to wealth, but to opportunities, to vibrant health, and to the very clarity of mind you seek. Imagine money as a flowing river, always seeking paths of least resistance, moving where there is open space. If your entrance is cluttered with waste, envision it as a dam, tragically blocking the river of prosperity from reaching you. You might indeed earn money, but you will find it slips through your fingers as quickly as it arrives. It is no coincidence that in countless ancient cultures, cleanliness, both physical and spiritual, is intimately linked to divine blessings. There is a timeless Zen proverb that speaks volumes: before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water; after enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. The profound message embedded within these simple words is that the daily acts of tidiness, of mindfulness, clear not only our physical surroundings, but also pave the way for our mental and spiritual awakening. Let me share a powerful story, a gentle parable from the life of a Zen master who resided in a small, serene monastery nestled high on a mountainside. A young disciple filled with earnest longing once inquired, "Master, how may I attract prosperity and wisdom into my life?" The master, with a serene smile, simply placed a broom in the young man's hands. Day after day, the disciple diligently swept the temple grounds, clearing away fallen leaves, dust, and scattered debris. Over time, a profound realization began to dawn within him. As he purified the temple space, his own mind became clearer, his thoughts more focused, like a still pond reflecting the sky. This simple act of sweeping transformed into a moving meditation, a way of removing obstacles not just from his surroundings, but from the deepest recesses of his own being. This story beautifully mirrors the profound way our external environment shapes our internal well-being. If we permit waste and disorder to accumulate at the very entrance of our home, we are unknowingly inviting stagnation into our lives. What then is the enlightened path forward? Simply move the trash bin away from your entrance. Choose a more discreet location, perhaps opting for a covered bin that minimizes its energetic presence. More importantly, view this act as a profound gesture of self-respect. A clean and welcoming entryway is akin to extending an open invitation to prosperity, to joy, and to mental clarity to gracefully enter your life. Keep this area thoughtfully maintained, perhaps even adding elements that symbolically whisper of prosperity, a vibrant potted plant, the gentle murmur of a small fountain, or even a simple doormat that radiates a welcoming energy. In Buddhist philosophy, it is understood that small, consistent daily rituals possess the transformative power to shape our very destiny. If keeping your entryway pristine seems like an insignificant detail, remember the profound truth that every monumental change begins with a single, mindful step. To keep the body in good health is a duty, otherwise we shall not be able to keep our mind strong and clear, the Buddha himself wisely stated. In this very same vein, maintaining a clean and inviting entrance to your home is a deeply symbolic act of creating space, both physically and energetically, for new blessings to gracefully enter your life. The solution is beautifully simple. Take a moment of mindful reflection to evaluate your home's entrance with fresh eyes. Is it genuinely inviting? Does it truly reflect the kind of vibrant energy you wish to draw into your life? By making this seemingly small adjustment, you align yourself with the universal principles of flow, of clarity, and of abundance. And before long, you may just discover that prosperity, like a gentle rain, begins to softly knock at your very door. 2. And this is a subtle point many overlook: avoid positioning a mirror directly facing your entrance. A mirror at first glance seems like a benign object within our homes. It reflects light, creating an illusion of expanded space, and adds a touch of elegance to any room. But did you know that if its placement is not considered with care, it can be silently, invisibly repelling prosperity from your life? In the ancient wisdom of feng shui, mirrors are known for their remarkable ability to amplify energy. When placed thoughtfully and intentionally, they can beautifully enhance a room's atmosphere, inviting light and positivity to dance within the space. However, when positioned directly opposite the front door, a mirror can unfortunately have the opposite effect. It reflects all incoming energy, both positive and negative, right back out into the world. Instead of allowing opportunities, wealth, and success to gracefully settle into your home, the mirror, in this unfortunate placement, acts as a repelling force, pushing them away before they even have a chance to take root and flourish. Imagine this scenario. You have labored diligently, doors of opportunity are finally beginning to swing open, but just as fortune steps towards your home, the mirror, acting as an unseen barrier, sends it right back out. It is as if you are perpetually on the very brink of success, always within reach, yet somehow never quite able to fully grasp and hold on to it. From a Buddhist perspective, mirrors carry a profound symbolism, representing self-reflection. While introspection is indeed a crucial aspect of personal growth, excessive reflection, especially at the wrong moment or in the wrong place, can ironically lead to doubt, hesitation, and tragically, missed opportunities. The Buddha wisely taught, the mind is everything. What you think you become. If your home is constantly, energetically rejecting prosperity, could it be that subconsciously, in some hidden corner of your mind, you are doing the very same thing? The placement of your mirror might be inadvertently reinforcing a cycle of struggle, a pattern of pushing away good fortune, without you even being consciously aware of it. There is a well-known Zen parable that beautifully illustrates this point. It tells of a dedicated student who meditated daily in front of a mirror, diligently searching for enlightenment within his own reflection. His wise master, observing this, one day gently covered the mirror and said to him, "When you cease seeking yourself solely in reflections, you will finally discover your true, boundless nature." The very same principle applies to our homes, to the energetic landscape we create around ourselves. If we are constantly, even unintentionally, pushing away the prosperity that is seeking to enter our lives, we may unfortunately never experience the true abundance we deeply desire. Here then is the path to transformation. Simply move the mirror. Relocate it to a sidewall where it can still beautifully reflect light, expand the space, and enhance the ambience, without interfering with the natural, graceful flow of positive energy into your home. Utilize mirrors to amplify beauty, to magnify positivity, and to enhance prosperity, rather than inadvertently repelling these precious qualities. Ideally, the mirror should reflect something truly inspiring and uplifting: a lush, vibrant green plant, a piece of artwork that fills you with joy, or perhaps a Buddha statue, symbolizing wisdom, serenity, and inner peace. And be mindful of broken or distorted mirrors. These can symbolize fragmented energy, potentially leading to instability in your finances and emotional well-being. By making this small yet profoundly significant change, you gently transform your home into a welcoming sanctuary, a space that consciously invites abundance to enter and flourish, rather than inadvertently turning it away. 3. Let us address a matter of everyday habit. Do not leave shoes scattered haphazardly at the doorway. Your entrance, as we have discussed, thoughtfully sets the energetic stage for the entire atmosphere of your home. When shoes are strewn about, scattered without order at the doorway, they introduce a chaotic, unbalanced energy into this vital space. Shoes, in many traditions, symbolize movement, the constant journey between the external world and the inner sanctuary of your home. If left in disarray, they inadvertently bring in the unrest, the stresses, and the distractions of the external world, disturbing the very peace and stability that your home should ideally provide, like a calming harbor in the storms of life. Imagine for a moment walking into a sacred temple, One of the first mindful actions expected of you is to respectfully remove your shoes and place them neatly and orderly. This is not simply about cleanliness, it is about cultivating mindfulness and showing deep respect for the sacred space you are about to enter. When we carelessly toss our shoes at the door, we mirror, in a small but significant way, a lack of intentionality in our lives, inadvertently allowing unnecessary distractions and disorganization to take root in our energetic field. In Buddhist practice, mindfulness in even the most seemingly insignificant daily rituals is recognized as a powerful path to clarity, to balance, and to inner peace. When we treat our home with the same reverence, the same mindful respect, as we would a sacred temple, we consciously cultivate an environment of peace, of order, and of inherent prosperity. Just as monks carefully and mindfully place their sandals outside meditation halls before stepping into the stillness within, we too should be mindful of how we arrange our shoes at our home's entrance. A tidy, well-organized entrance subtly signals respect for your sacred space, gracefully invites positive energy to flow in, and sets a peaceful tone for harmony within the entire home. A simple, practical way to lovingly resolve this issue is by investing in a designated shoe rack or a storage cabinet thoughtfully placed near the entrance. Not only does this keep your doorway visually clean and clutter-free, but it also ensures that the energetic atmosphere within your home remains undisturbed, calm, and receptive. A well-maintained entrance, even in this small detail, reflects an inner sense of discipline, of focus, and of receptivity, essential qualities for inviting true abundance and well-being into your life. 4. Consider this less common but potent influence. Avoid having a chimney positioned directly facing your front door. Fire, as we know, is a truly powerful and transformative force. It can warm us, it can cook our food, it can sustain life itself. But when fire is uncontrolled, when its energy is unchecked, it can also be destructive, consuming everything in its path. A chimney directly facing your front door in feng shui principles introduces an overwhelming fire element into the energetic field of your entrance, potentially disrupting harmony and stability. Feng shui wisdom gently cautions that excessive fire energy in this location can lead to financial volatility, the rapid loss of wealth, and heightened tensions within the household. It is like a flame burning too intensely, too fiercely, consuming resources before prosperity even has a chance to gently settle and flourish. The remedy, as in all things, is balance. Just as Buddha's teachings emphasize the middle way, a path of moderation that avoids extremes, the same principle of balance applies to our living space. To thoughtfully counteract the excess fire energy from a chimney facing your entrance, lovingly introduce grounding elements into the area. Place lush, vibrant green plants near the doorway to symbolically represent steady growth, renewal, and the grounding energy of the earth. Consider adding a small decorative water feature, as water naturally balances fire, gently cooling its intensity and fostering a sense of fluidity, abundance, and calm. By mindfully integrating these balancing elements, you transform your home from a space potentially filled with tension and energetic imbalance into a tranquil sanctuary where stability, prosperity, and inner peace can truly thrive. 5. And this is a matter of nurturing life. Never allow withered or dying plants to remain at your entrance. Plants are so much more than just decorative elements. They are living, breathing symbols of growth, vitality, and flourishing prosperity. In feng shui, healthy, vibrant plants beautifully enhance the flow of positive energy, actively encouraging financial stability and personal well-being throughout your home. But what happens energetically when those plants begin to wither, to fade, and ultimately to die? They no longer represent the vibrant energy of life and abundance, but instead, they subtly signal stagnation, decay, and a lack of vital life force. Imagine approaching a home where the very first thing that greets your eyes is a dying plant, its leaves brittle and brown, its color faded and lifeless, its overall energy depleted. This sends an unspoken message, both to visitors and to the universe itself, of neglect, of a lack of care, and of a blocked flow of life force. Just as a thriving plant signifies a thriving life, a wilting plant subtly suggests a lack of care, of attention, and of energetic flow. In Buddhist philosophy, impermanence is recognized as a fundamental truth of existence, but that does not mean we should passively allow decay to define our surroundings, especially at the entrance to our home. If you notice plants at your entrance beginning to struggle, to lose their vibrancy, take loving action. Gently trim away any dead leaves, thoughtfully adjust their watering and sunlight routine, or if necessary, lovingly replace them with fresh, vibrant greenery. Treat this act as a mindful practice, a conscious opportunity to nurture life, and in doing so, to gracefully welcome new opportunities and fresh vitality into your sacred space. Just as we must regularly and mindfully tend to our inner growth, we must also lovingly tend to our external environment, ensuring it reflects the vibrant life force we wish to cultivate within. A well-cared-for, thriving plant is a beautiful reflection of a well-cared-for life. By keeping your entrance energetically vibrant and full of life, you consciously cultivate an energy of renewal, of prosperity, and of unwavering positivity that gracefully extends into all aspects of your home and your life. 6. And this might surprise some, do not hang wind chimes directly above your front door. Wind chimes, with their delicate, soothing sounds, possess a unique quality. Their gentle melodies dance with the breeze, creating an atmosphere of tranquility and peace. However, while their presence can indeed enhance positive energy when placed thoughtfully and correctly, hanging wind chimes directly above the front door can, paradoxically, create disharmony rather than the intended balance. Instead of acting as a welcoming chime of prosperity, they may, in this specific location, disrupt the natural flow of energy, potentially causing instability in your home's financial and emotional well-being. In Buddhist thought, sound carries profound meaning, resonating deeply within our consciousness. The resonant tones of bells and chimes are often used in temples to signify mindfulness, spiritual awakening, and the gentle clearing away of negative energy. However, when sound becomes disruptive, when it loses its harmonious quality, it can disturb the balance of energy rather than enhance it. Just as excessive noise can create mental clutter, an inappropriately placed wind chime can create energetic confusion right at the vital entrance of your home. Imagine your front door as a sacred portal, not just for physical movement, but for vital energy to flow freely and gracefully. If wind chimes hang directly above this portal, their constant vibrations may inadvertently scatter the chi as it enters your home, making it energetically difficult for prosperity, for stability, and for deep harmony to truly settle and take root. It's like attempting to meditate in a place filled with constant background noise. It becomes challenging to find clarity, to achieve stillness amidst the ongoing disruption. A more harmonious approach is this: instead of placing wind chimes directly above the entrance, thoughtfully consider moving them to a garden, a side window, or a patio area, where their gentle sound can enhance rather than interfere with the flow of energy. Let them serve as a peaceful reminder of mindfulness and tranquility, positioned in a way that their sound gracefully adds to the serenity of your space, rather than disrupting its natural energetic flow. By mindfully placing wind chimes in spaces where they can truly elevate the atmosphere and promote tranquility, you consciously ensure that the energy within your home remains balanced, welcoming, and beautifully aligned with prosperity. 7. And this is often overlooked, avoid placing a water faucet directly in front of your main door. Water is one of the most potent and ancient symbols in feng shui. It represents wealth, abundance, and the natural, fluid flow of energy. But just as a river can nourish and sustain life, it can also, if unchecked, erode and wash things away. A water faucet positioned directly in front of your entrance is energetically like an open drain, subtly allowing prosperity to slip away before it even has a chance to gently accumulate within your home. Imagine pouring precious water into a cracked vessel. No matter how much you pour, the water will always escape, seeping away before it can fill the container. This is precisely what can happen energetically when financial energy flows out of your home due to misplaced water elements, like a faucet directly at the entrance. You might find yourself consistently earning money yet strangely struggling to save it to build lasting financial security. Just as in life, where mindfulness and discipline are essential to wisely manage our resources, our home, too, needs energetic boundaries to gracefully retain wealth. In Buddhist philosophy, water beautifully symbolizes both impermanence and adaptability. It teaches us that while we must learn to gracefully go with the flow of life, we must also consciously create strong foundations, both within ourselves and in our surroundings, so that abundance can truly stay with us and flourish. You cannot stop the waves, but you can learn to surf, as the wise Thich Nhat Hanh once beautifully said. Similarly, rather than passively allowing wealth to drain away, we can mindfully redirect the flow with intentional adjustments to our home's energetic landscape. To thoughtfully counteract this energy imbalance, position potted plants around the faucet area to gently help redirect the energy flow. Plants, as we know, represent growth, grounding, and stability. They act as a natural energetic buffer, ensuring that prosperity is more likely to stay within your home rather than slipping away unnoticed. Additionally, if moving the faucet is a feasible option, consider relocating it to a side garden or backyard, where it won't directly impact the vital energy of your entrance. By making this thoughtful adjustment, you are sending a clear, conscious message to the universe. You are ready to receive, to preserve, and to gracefully grow your wealth in a mindful and intentional way. 8. And this is a detail often overlooked, do not keep a broken or damaged doormat at your entrance. A doormat is far more than just a piece of fabric beneath your feet. It is the symbolic threshold, the energetic boundary between the external world and the sacred sanctuary of your home. In feng shui principles, it acts as a gentle guardian, thoughtfully absorbing external energies, both positive and negative, before they fully enter your living space. But what happens energetically when your doormat is torn, dirty, or worn out? Instead of effectively serving as a protector and a welcome mat, it can unfortunately become an open invitation for negative energy to enter, subtly signaling neglect and stagnation right at your doorstep. Imagine visiting a temple. The path leading to the sacred hall is invariably clean, well-kept, and deeply inviting. This mindful attention to detail is not simply for aesthetics, it represents deep respect for the sacred space and for the powerful energy held within. The same principle applies to your home, your personal sanctuary. A broken or neglected doormat subtly sends an unspoken message to the universe: I do not truly care about what enters my home, about the energies I am inviting in. Buddhist teachings beautifully emphasize mindfulness in even the smallest, seemingly most insignificant aspects of our daily lives. Every step you take is a step towards enlightenment, as Thich Nhat Hanh so eloquently put it. The very first step into your home, across your doormat, should be one of intention, consciously inviting positivity and prosperity into your life. A fresh, clean, and welcoming doormat ensures that your entrance remains a space of genuine welcome, not one of energetic rejection or neglect. To harness the full potential of this often overlooked detail, regularly replace or thoroughly clean your doormat. Choose one that resonates with the energy you wish to invite into your home, perhaps a rich, grounding color like deep red for stability and strength, or a vibrant green for growth and renewal. Consider choosing one with a meaningful inscription, perhaps a word or phrase that gently reminds you daily of the peace and abundance you are actively seeking to cultivate. A well-maintained doormat does far more than simply improve curb appeal. It acts as a silent yet powerful energetic force, filtering out negativity and consciously setting the tone for everything that follows within the sacred space of your home. By making this small yet deeply meaningful adjustment, you are not merely changing your doorstep. You are subtly shifting your entire energetic field, creating a home that radiates warmth, prosperity, and deep harmony. 9. And this is about letting go of the old. Avoid keeping old or rusty metal objects near your entrance. Every object, in its own way, carries energy, and metal in particular is symbolically associated with strength, protection, and lasting stability. But when metal becomes old, rusted, and neglected, it no longer effectively represents these positive qualities. Instead, it unfortunately signals decay, stagnation, and lost potential. Keeping rusty or broken metal objects near your entrance could be subtly influencing your life in ways you may not even consciously realize. Imagine stepping into a home where the very first thing that catches your eye is a rusted lock, an old corroded mailbox, or a neglected pile of unused metal tools. These objects, in their silent way, whisper a story of neglect, a lack of care, and an unspoken message that new opportunities are not truly welcome, that the home is clinging to the past. In Buddhist teachings, we are gently reminded of the impermanence of all things. Everything inevitably ages, everything is in a constant state of change. But clinging to what is broken, to what is decaying, instead of mindfully letting it go, only creates unnecessary suffering and energetic stagnation. Think of it in this way: if you are unconsciously clinging to old, rusted metal right at your doorstep, it might be subtly mirroring something deeper within you, perhaps an attachment to outdated beliefs, lingering fears about financial insecurity, or an unconscious unwillingness to fully embrace new beginnings and fresh opportunities. Buddha wisely said, "You only lose what you cling to." If you genuinely desire to welcome prosperity, sometimes the first step is to gracefully release what is no longer serving you, to clear the energetic space for new blessings to arrive. So take a moment of mindful reflection to carefully inspect your front entrance. Are there rusted keys you no longer use, old locks that no longer function, metal furniture that has been left to decay and rust? Lovingly clear these stagnant objects away. Replace them with clean, well-maintained pieces that reflect a fresh start, a sense of renewal. A polished door handle, a sturdy and beautiful mailbox, or a well-kept wind chime, thoughtfully placed elsewhere, can make all the difference in gently shifting the energy around your home from stagnation to vibrant flow. By consciously clearing out these stagnant elements, you are opening the door, both literally and metaphorically, to new beginnings, to fresh opportunities, and to a renewed sense of stability and confidence in both your financial and personal life. 10. And this is about clear communication with the universe. Do not let your house number be faded, obscured, or unclear. A house number is far more than just a practical identifier for mail and deliveries. It's a symbolic beacon, a representation of how easily opportunities can find their way to you, to your doorstep. In feng shui wisdom, visibility represents openness to prosperity, and a house number that is difficult to read, worn out, or hidden can act as a subtle, unseen block to abundance. Think of it in this way: if visitors, delivery personnel, and even potential clients or customers struggle to easily find your home, how can prosperity readily locate you? Your house number, when clear and visible, is like a guiding beacon, energetically directing positive energy and financial luck to your doorstep. When it is faded, broken, obscured by overgrown plants, or simply unclear, it creates an invisible energetic wall, making it more difficult for new blessings to reach you, to grace your life. In Buddhist thought, clarity is considered absolutely key to a fulfilled and successful life, both inwardly and outwardly. The path is not in the sky, the path is in the heart, Buddha wisely said. Just as we must cultivate inner clarity to mindfully navigate the journey of life, we must also ensure that our external world, starting with the entrance to our home, reflects the same openness and readiness to receive. A well-lit, easily visible house number sends a clear energetic message that you are open to new opportunities, to new relationships, and to new wealth flowing into your life. So, take a moment to mindfully inspect your home's address. Is it clear and easy to read from the street, both during the day and at night? Is it adequately illuminated after dark? Consider refreshing the paint, replacing worn-out numbers with new, vibrant ones, or even investing in a modern, well-lit plaque that is easily seen. A clean, vibrant, and clearly visible house number does far more than simply improve curb appeal. It energetically aligns your home with prosperity and good fortune, making it easier for blessings to find you. By ensuring your house number is welcomingly visible and inviting, you remove yet another unseen barrier to success, gracefully allowing luck and abundance to find their way to you with greater ease. 11. And this is about the flow of time and energy. Avoid placing a clock directly near your main door. A clock is indeed more than just a tool for keeping track of time. It carries subtle symbolic energy that can unconsciously influence the way we perceive life's opportunities and the flow of our days. Placing a clock directly near the main entrance may seem like a harmless convenience, but in feng shui principles it can unfortunately create an unconscious feeling of urgency, of pressure, and even of scarcity, right at the threshold of your home. Imagine constantly being reminded that time is relentlessly slipping away every single time you walk through your door. This can subtly contribute to stress, to underlying anxiety, and to a mindset focused on limitation, on running out of time, rather than on abundance and the spaciousness of the present moment. In Buddhist philosophy, time itself is often understood as an illusion, a construct of the mind. Do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future, concentrate the mind on the present moment, the Buddha wisely advised. When we become overly fixated on time, constantly counting, measuring, and worrying about deadlines and schedules, we inadvertently distance ourselves from the natural, flowing rhythm of life itself. A clock placed prominently at your entrance can subtly reinforce this sense of stress, of time running out, which in turn can contribute to financial worries and a lack of inner peace within your home. Instead of placing a clock right at the doorway, thoughtfully consider positioning it in the living room, in a home office, or in other spaces where it serves a practical function without subtly imposing this subconscious pressure at the entrance. A workspace or study area is often a much more suitable place for timekeeping, where it can support productivity and organization without generating unnecessary anxiety upon entering or leaving your home. If you feel you must have a clock near your entryway, opt for a decorative piece that blends seamlessly with the surroundings, perhaps a smaller, more understated clock, rather than an oversized or overly prominent one that dominates the space. Additionally, ensure that all clocks in your home are functioning properly. A stopped or broken clock, anywhere in the home, can subtly represent stagnation and missed opportunities, something we certainly want to avoid in our pursuit of a prosperous and harmonious life. By being mindful of where you place your clocks, you consciously create an environment that fosters balance, inner peace, and an abundance-focused mindset, rather than one unconsciously dictated by limitations, deadlines, and the relentless pressure of time. 12. And finally, a matter of the heart. Avoid hanging family photos directly at the entrance of your home. Family is indeed the very heart of any home, and photographs capturing cherished moments are precious reminders of love, deep connection, and a profound sense of belonging. However, where you thoughtfully choose to place these images within your home can have a subtle yet significant impact on the overall energy of your living space. Hanging family photos directly at the entrance may initially seem like a warm, welcoming touch, but in feng shui principles it can unfortunately have unintended energetic consequences. The entrance of your home, as we have discussed, is a space of transition, a dynamic place where external energies constantly flow in and out. By placing family portraits directly in this active space, you inadvertently expose these sacred images, these representations of your closest bonds, to shifting, sometimes unpredictable energies, potentially disturbing the harmonious balance of your household. Think of it like lovingly placing a delicate flower in a drafty hallway. It is unlikely to thrive in an environment of constant movement and external influence. Buddhism gently teaches us the profound importance of safeguarding the things that truly matter most in our lives, protecting the preciousness of our inner circle. Just as a solid rock is not shaken by the storm, even so the wise are not affected by praise or blame, the Buddha wisely said. Our families, our closest loved ones, deserve the same level of energetic protection, of nurturing and care. By mindfully keeping family photos in more intimate, quieter spaces within your home, like living rooms, bedrooms, or hallways further inside, you create a more nurturing and stable environment where these precious connections are strengthened, cherished, and protected rather than inadvertently exposed to external fluctuations at the entrance. If your family portraits are currently displayed at the entrance, consider lovingly relocating them to spaces within your home where they can more deeply inspire love, warmth, and connection without potential energetic interference. A well-placed family photo in a living room fosters a sense of shared history, joyful connection, and heartwarming storytelling. A portrait in a bedroom gently reinforces a sense of security, deep belonging, and personal peace. The ultimate goal is to honor the beautiful energy of these images by thoughtfully placing them in spaces that best support their purpose, to nurture love, connection, and stability within your family. By making this simple yet thoughtful shift, you consciously ensure that the love at the heart of your family remains shielded, harmonious, and beautifully free from outside disturbances, allowing for deeper bonds and greater stability to flourish within your home. Now, beloved friends, that you are aware of these 12 hidden obstacles that might be subtly blocking your path to wealth and abundance, take a quiet moment to mindfully evaluate your own entrance with fresh eyes. Remember, making even small, intentional adjustments to your surroundings can lead to profound and positive shifts in your financial and personal well-being. Share your experiences, your insights, and any transformations you observe in the comments below, and let us know which change you feel inspired to implement first in your own home. But that's not all, my dear listeners. To continue on this path of wisdom and abundance, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more timeless wisdom on creating a truly abundant and fulfilling life.